I got a topic today. I think you might enjoy the topic and the conversation that ensues. And today's topic is going to be sports bikes versus cruisers.
This is Loud Pipes. This is my show.
So I've heard a lot of people proclaim in the past that they graduated, especially new riders, had graduated from a cruiser of some kind to a sport bike. As if that's a normal progression of things, to move to a fast motorcycle. And I guess as things go, I guess it's probably true in my case. Started with a dirt bike, and then I went to a cruiser, and then I went to a sport bike, and then I went to a cruiser, and then I went to a cruiser and a sport bike. Then I went back to just a cruiser again, and then I went to a cruiser and a enduro that I have now. So I look at the differences between sport bikes and cruisers, though I guess quite a bit differently than a lot of vloggers do. You know, and I see a lot of hating on the cruisers and on the MOCO specifically. Most of those people are really just uneducated misfits that are likely to spout off anything they hear and repeat any absurdity. That anyone might tell them, especially about the MOCO. And more recently I heard I watched a moto vlog by a young upcoming moto vlogger, and I try to give those guys a chance, but during which this moto vlogger approached a motorcycle cop and began to tell the motorcycle cop, you know, the only reason that the Sheriff's Department, the municipalities bought or used Harley Davidsons because they could lease them for $1 a year. Now, disregarding the fact that anybody that knows anything about economics would immediately understand that if any company leased any amount of vehicles for $1, basically giving them away for free for some period of time, they would quickly go out of business. You know, you can't produce a piece of equipment and then lease it for $1 a year. To make a profit. You know, it would be one thing if you could lease that for $1 a year, and then the return, the marketing return itself, just by having those motorcycles out there in the public, everybody would say, ooh, ah, look, it's it's an awesome police motorcycle. I've got to go buy one of those. But Harley Davidson knows that's not the case, just as every other motorcycle manufacturer does. Motorcycle cops do not provide a huge marketing tool for motorcycles. So it's no wonder that the motorcycle cop was looking at this kid like, you are a moron. And he was trying to be cordial and shaking his head a lot and being agreeable to this kid, because the kid was obviously friendly and outgoing kid. And sure, it was good PR for the sheriff's department there, for the motorcycle cop to continue conversing with this kid and not tell him how much of a moron he was in believing such a thing. But that's really reflective of how the younger generation sees. I mean, you still got people talking about Harleys leaking oil and leaving their marks, which was absolutely something that happened during the 70s when AMF owned them. Yeah, they were producing inferior products, and they nearly went under. But in '83, when the employees and the Davidson actually got the company back, they made a huge turnaround and started producing some incredible motorcycles, very reliable. The Evolution motor was super reliable. There's an HDT. And they've continued to make quality vehicles ever since. And yet you have these whole generations of kids. There's, oh, those Harleys, they leak oil, they break down all the time. Yeah, they did in the 70s, before you were born. So, if you're going to be a hater, at least hate for some real reason.